I'm just a guy who loves Disney that has way too much time on his hands. If anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I'm here to rate, review, and describe all of your favorite things from the magical world of Disney. I'm File91e and welcome to my Disney News and Reviews. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's Disney News and Reviews. I'm File91e. Chances are this probably won't be the longest show in the world this week, but I'm getting ready for my Christmas episode, which will be next week, so it should be actually very fun. Yeah. So anyway, the Where in the Land answer from last week is Monsters Inc. Mike and Sully to the Rescue. That was in Disney's California Adventure in Hollywoodland. It's right next to the Mad Tea Party and a Muppet Vision 3D. So that's it was a very fun attraction. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait to review it. So I think you guys will like that. The Christmas giveaway is going pretty well. Got a lot of responses from that. All of you want that $25 Disney gift card. So I think you guys will put that to good use. Maybe you'll get some I don't know, the new Guardians of the Galaxy DVD, which is what I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to that. Grab the Guardians of the Galaxy Blu-ray. That should be fun. Got all my Christmas shopping done pretty much. I'm going to a mall tomorrow with my brother. He's grabbing stuff, and I figure I'll just go in and see what else is there. Who knows? But for the most part, I'm done. Yeah. Next week is the Christmas episode, and I'll be doing the giveaway. Chances are it'll be either Friday night or Saturday night. More likely Friday night. That's when I'm going to see Into the Woods. I have no idea what this is. I know it's a play, so but I don't know anything about it. But I want to be reviewing three things next week: Into the Woods, World of Color, and the Haunted Mansion Nightmare Before Christmas edition. So three good things to review next week. I'm really looking, looking forward to showing you those things. And I'm getting all of these. I have some new graphics for you for Christmas, and I'm also working on some new graphics for the next year of 2015. So stay tuned for all that. That should be fun. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me this this week. Let's get right to the news. The sole surviving tenant from the former Pleasure Island hilltop area, Paradiso 37, is expanding as a part of the Disney Springs redevelopment. The 5-year-old Latin restaurant is expanding out into the Village Lake and making adjustments to the land-based or the land-based patio area. The building itself is undergoing facade work, which should give it a fresh new look once complete. The restaurant is open as normal during the construction work. So if you're into Paradiso 37, cool stuff there. Creature Comforts at Disney's Animal Kingdom will be closing on January 5th. Although not yet officially announced, it is expected that the shop will become the home of the fourth and final Walt Disney World in-park Starbucks location. The location is ideally located in the center of the park on the walkway that leads to the Africa section of the park. The closure is planned to last through to the middle of June 2015, which is a similar length of time to the previous 3 Starbucks conversions. The store currently carries a range of plush toys and also provides My Magic Plus assistance. So, yeah, there you go. The Pangani Forest Exploration Trail will fully reopen on December 21st after a lengthy refurbishment. The aviary, research station, and underwater viewing areas have been closed since September, although the other areas of the trail have been accessible. Reopening comes just in time for one of the busiest weeks of the year, so it should be open pretty much by the time you get down there next. And finally, the Kali River Rapids will be closed for a short refurbishment in March of 2015. The Animal Kingdom Water Raft Ride will close on March 10th through to March 13th, reopening to guests on March 14th. Probably just some housekeeping stuff to make sure everything looks as good as new for you. So yeah, that's it for the news this week. Let's get right to the reviews. Alright guys, the first thing I want to review for you today is Tarzan's Treehouse. Now what these guys say Tarzan's Treehouse is: a walk-through treehouse exhibit, minor attraction, go anytime, requires climbing a lot of stairs, a very creative exhibit, 3 stars. Okay, Tarzan's Treehouse, located in Adventureland in the Disneyland Park. This opened on June 23rd of 1999, well, at least this version of it. The Tarzan Treehouse is actually a refurbished, redeveloped Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. If you go down to Disney World, you will see the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, not the Tarzan Treehouse. Now, they switched this up in 1999 to coincide with the release of the Tarzan movie, so they wanted to get some extra publicity in there. And plus, the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse isn't exactly a must-see, for everybody. I like to go on it because of the nostalgia purposes, and I love the Swiss Family Robinson movie. But it was interesting to see the differences and to see what other stuff they put in, this treehouse, for Tarzan. There's actually also one in Hong Kong Disneyland. It's on their version of Tom Sawyer's Island, which is cool. So you actually take rafts over to this treehouse, and you get to see the, the different thing. But it's all, Tarzaned out, not the Swiss Family Robinson stuff. Now, in 1999, after deciding that they were going to refurb everything, they did a top-to-bottom refurbishment on this. And it's it actually looks very, very nice. They replaced all the leaves. There's over like 6,000 new vinyl leaves there. It's obviously not a real tree. They did a whole top to bottom conversion. They have there's actually a second tree, so you can actually go across a bridge, which is actually very fun. And there's a lot of interactive new features that aren't associated with the Swiss Family Robinson and didn't have in the Swiss Family Robinson stuff. So that's pretty neat. Now, Disney being Disney had to include a couple tributes into this Tarzan's treehouse for the old Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. There still is the Mind Thy Head sign, which was a very popular thing in the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse, and they also play the Swiss polka on the phonograph at the end. You actually can hear, hear that song, which is the song for the Swiss Family Robinson playing. So that's kind of cool. When I heard that, I was very happy that they actually did that. It was really, really neat. So I actually have some video where I want to take you through the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse. There's a lot to see here. You start off at the bottom, and there's a lot of stairs. Like they said in the book, there's a ton of stairs. So if you can't do stairs, you pretty much can't do this. But you climb the tree, you go across a bridge, and you see how all this stuff works. And they really did a good job in making it like the treehouse from the movie, with the sailing thing right there. There's what's different from the Swiss Family Robinson treehouse to this is they actually have some figurine, some life-size figures in each, in some of these scenes. Like you see the Tarzan and Jane showing him how to talk, and there's the chalkboard and the projector. There's the jaguar in there, or the cheetah, jaguar, whatever it is. Breaking through. It looks pretty menacing. At the end there's the base camp, which is cool because there's a lot of interactive things there, for kids to play with. The monkeys or the gorillas were trashing the camp, that sort of thing. But overall, it's a very fun thing to see. I think they did a good job with it. I was a little skeptical because I'm a big Swiss Family Robinson fan, but they did a good job with this. And if you're going to convert something, go all the way and leave a couple of tributes behind, which is exactly what they did. So now I want to show you some video of the Tarzan treehouse. Then I'll come back, give it a star rating, and move on. So let's see what we can do. Okay, and we're back. I hope you enjoyed that, and you can get a good view of what the Tarzan Treehouse is all about. Actually, my brother just told me he wanted it to stay the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse, but I was like, come on, it's not that bad. You know, they did a good job with the transition, and there's a lot of really interesting stuff to see. And obviously, if you're going to do something, you know, if you're going to change it up completely, and that's exactly what they did. So what am I going to give the Tarzan Treehouse? I'll give this a solid 3. It's one of those things that you really don't have to get on. You're not going to miss if you if you miss it. But if you get on it, you might actually enjoy it. There's a lot of stairs and a lot of walking. So if you're not a fan of that, you probably won't enjoy this ride at all. But overall, I actually enjoyed it enough. You know, it was pretty decent. I am a little bit more of a fan of the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse than the Tarzan Treehouse, but only because I like the Swiss Family Robinson movie more than I do Tarzan. So, but they did a good job. The theming was great. There's a lot of walking, a lot of stuff to climb. So if you can't do that, avoid that. But overall, it was a fun time, and I definitely recommend you checking it out if you can. So the Tarzan Treehouse at Disneyland Park. 3 stars. Check it out. Alright guys, now the next thing I want to review for you today, you might actually be wondering why I'm going to give it the rating that I give it, but I had a lot of, it was just some fond memories of this, and I think that it is influencing my decision, but the ride itself is actually pretty cool. What I'm reviewing is Mater's Junkyard Jamboree in Cars Land. And what these guys say Mater's Junkyard Jamboree is a midway type whip ride, minor attraction, go before noon, must be 32 inches tall to ride, 3 stars. Now, there's nothing really overtly special about this attraction, but I really did enjoy it. It's located in Cars Land in Disney's California Adventure, and this opened on June 15th, 2012 with Cars Land, and it's actually a very fun attraction. You might not think it is, but it is. Cars Land is one of the better themed lands I've ever seen, I've ever experienced, because it takes you right into the world of cars. And if you remember the Cars movies, you are actually transported into Cars, or the land of Cars, and it's very, very well done. And all the rides there are well done as well. The first thing we got on there was Luigi's Flying Tires. And I really enjoyed that. That was a fun attraction. But the one thing I wanted to get on first, but it wasn't open, they were doing like testing or training or something, was Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. So, just having to go back and forth and kill time while waiting for this ride to open, it just was funny, between Nathan and I. I wound up taking a couple pictures for different people, because they have one of the the baby tractors that you can take a photo with. They're supposed to be cows in the Cars world. Like, the tractors are cows, and it was just a fun time. It was just a really, really fun time. Now, the whole idea of this attraction, nothing pretty spectacular. Mater is your host, obviously, and he has this group of cows that he's going to just let you go crazy with. Now, what you do is you hop in a trailer behind one of these mini cow baby tractor things, and you start going, and these things run amok. You basically go in a circle, but what's cool about this is when you complete one revolution in a circle, you transfer to another circle, and then go to a different thing. So you're not just going in a circle. You're going in a circle, and then over another circle, so you're actually moving around. You're not just staying in one place. And the thing that is the most fun about this ride is that the tractor is essentially only connected right. It's not hard connected. There isn't like a huge, stiff structure with it. So basically, when it turns and transitions, you whip back and forth. And Nathan and I, being bigger guys, man, we definitely extended the torque rating for those rides. But nothing broke, nothing was, you know, like nobody was injured or anything, but you know, there was that little added thrill of is this the ride going to break now because we're too big, you know, for this thing. But nobody was hurt. I think somebody did lose a hat though. Somebody did lose a hat. It flew off, but they were able to get it, and it wasn't so bad. But no, overall the ride was fun. I love whip type rides for whatever reason, and I've always loved them even as a kid, and I really liked the theming with this and the extra added, you know, not just going in a circle, but you're going all the way around. So that was really fun. And Mater throughout the whole thing, again, like, is your host, and he's singing these you know, like hoedown songs and square dancing songs. So that's, you know, pretty funny. And what's fun, you know, he also says some of his intro stuff in Spanish, which is hilarious to hear, you know, Larry the Cable Guy say that. So that was actually really fun. But I have some video, you know, that we took. I was really excited to take video on this thing because this was the first time that I really got to use my camera, you know, for a good ride. And so I was really, you know, worried about it, holding my hat, that sort of thing. But overall, it was fun, and I really had a good time with it. So yeah, I have some video. I want you to check it out. I'll come back, give it a star rating, and then we'll move on. Check it out. I can't guarantee anything.
You know what? If you do, I'll still love you. How about that?
There we go. Yep.
I'm gonna pick my hand up. No,
I am. I'm gonna put it on my knee.
I'm gonna put it under my fat. My wind blowing in the hair, or my hair blowing in the wind. My wind blowing in the hair. That's what I said. I said those words.
So it tells me about. Oh!
Ah, loud noises.
Oh, we're about to go. We're about to go. We're about to go. Oh!
We're about to go, son.
Oh!
We're about to go down.
Oh God!
Yeah!
We might be way too much to speed. Oh my God! The weight limit is way too much.
Yeah, exactly. And we're not that.
God help us.
We're going to the left. Everything in.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
What if we just like snap this thing?
That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, someone lost ears. I think it's, no, it's not.
Oh, it's not over.
It was ending. I was wrong.
Oh, jeez.
I was wrong. Loud noises.
Oh God! I'm elbow dropping you, Nate. I think we're done. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Okay.
All right.
Either that or we broke it.
Like the things on like your side.
I know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was, again, surprisingly fun for me. I really enjoyed it. It seems like a type of ride that you would just kind of move on from, and it kind of is. I mean, it is a midway type ride. You're not really seeing too much, but Disney's California Adventure isn't that big, and there isn't a whole lot of other stuff to go see. So check it out. Mater's, you know, Junkyard Jamboree wasn't that bad. I had a really good time with it. So what I'm going to give Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, I'm actually surprisingly giving it 4 stars. I really recommend you check this out. There's not a whole lot in Cars Land to see or to, you know, experience as far as rides and stuff. So get on this. This is one of those rides that I highly recommend you, you know, get there early, grab the Fast Pass for the Radiator Springs, and then go check these two things out. Get these done. You know, Luigi's Flying Tires and Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. You might think it's not fun because, you know, oh, it's a midway type ride, whatever, that sort of thing. But no, this actually was a really, really fun ride. We didn't wait really at all because, you know, this does load and unload very, very quickly. You know, but it's a fun, quick type ride that gets you in the mood to go see some other bigger stuff. So yeah, that's, you know, I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys should go check it out. You know, obviously, you know, it's on a 5-star attraction, and it's barely a 4-star attraction, but I really enjoyed it, and I think you guys will too. So yeah, check out Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. 4 stars from me. Check it out. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Disney News and Reviews. Again, next week will be my Christmas episode where I also do the drawing for the $25 gift card. That should be fun. I have a couple bonus videos coming up. I have the winter edition of the D23 magazine. That should be up pretty soon, if not now. I'm also going to have a tag video that I want to do, so that should be up as well. I'll probably upload it on a Christmas Eve or something like that, and then we'll do the Christmas episode, you know, that weekend or something like that. I'm not sure, but just keep an eye out for them. So yeah, if anybody from Disney is watching, please don't sue me. I want people to go to Disneyland or Disney World and just enjoy all the stuff. Check out Tarzan's Treehouse. Check out Mater's Junkyard Jamboree. Simple attractions, but very, very fun. Now, if you are going to Disney World, or Disneyland rather, be sure to go to allers.net, touringplans.com, wdwmatches.com for our latest and greatest Disney news, waltdisneyworld.com, or disneyland.com. You know, there's a lot of information out there. Those are some of my favorite sites to go to that you can find all that good information on. So yeah, you pretty much got last week's Where in the Land pretty easy. So I'll try to stump you this week. You know, you guys know way too much. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for the Christmas episode. Check out, you know, keep an eye out for the bonus videos. And guys, where in the land am I this week? Bye, guys.